It's week 21, guys. How in the name of everything possible am I going to top last week? I haven't got a clue. You guys got to help me out. Put something in the comments. Help me figure out what to do here. I don't want you guys getting bored, but let's give it a shot. Week 21 starts now.
With her, things go wrong and I'll be right there for her. Well, I'm a man and she's my woman too. I'm a man and she's my woman. Things go wrong and I'll help you through it. Hold me tight and I'll see you through it. We can make it as long as we're together too. There's a girl that I fell in love with. She's the one I wanna spend my life with. Take me home and I'll hold you tight. We can make love up through the night. Says she has faith in me. Give it time and you will see. As long as we're together, nothing's gonna stand in our way. There's a girl that I fell in love with. She's the one I wanna spend my life with. Take me home and I'll hold you tight. We can make love up through the night. Yeah. Can't you see? Now you're gone and I'm alone. Oh baby, won't you come back home to me? The life's right and the streets are low. Just stay with me and it won't be wrong. There's a girl that I fell in love with. She's the one I wanna spend my life with. Take me home and I'll hold you tight. We can make love up through the night. Yeah. Oh yeah. Don't you know I wanna spend my life with her? Things are wrong and I'll be right there for her. I'm a man and she's my woman too. I'm a man and she's my woman. dance the light white track, wild and a little crazy too. Some girls don't like boys like me, but some girls do. You didn't have to see if you would like a ride. When we're cold out of your yard out all the time. You was laughing at me, I was doing tasting. You were the prettiest girl that is. When you rolled your eyes and were my favorite night.
All right, America, you made it. You're looking at my face. That means it is Friday and it is time for the Cory Daniels Music Hour, guys. Welcome to the show. Man, oh man, did we have a big show last week, guys. We had 12 special guests. We had 2 co-hosts. We had tons of great music. And it's going to be quite the job to top it this week. But hey, guys, I'm going to do my best like always. So, as you see in the beginning there was some clips from the show we did last Friday. For all you guys who couldn't make it out, that was the Town Tavern. And I want to say thank you to the Town Tavern for having us. I want to thank you to Mr. Brian DeFazio for helping Todd and I out at the show. Guys, it was a ton of fun. The more the merrier. All right, well, hey guys, if you're a regular to the show, welcome back. You know how things work around here. We got some great music coming at you. If you're brand new, want to say welcome. Please reach right down there in that little corner. Right there. If you like what you hear, tap that little button, help us out, let the world know you like it. All right, we got tons of stuff coming up for you. Don't forget, like and share, subscribe, follow us, subscribe to the channel, spread it around to your friends, let the world know you like what you see. Also, don't forget, check out the store, CoryDanielHour.com. We got some great merchandise on there. We got a new t-shirt that you guys will love, comes in multiple colors. I am very impressed with it. Also, if you got some music you want to submit to the show, send it to this email right here, CoryDanielMusicHour@yahoo.com. As long as it's a clean song, ain't cussing every other word, we'll get you on the air, guys. All right? So, sit back, relax, enjoy some great music and some awesome people. So let's get this show going, shall we? Take it.
my nails down a cliff. When you fell out of love, I came tumbling down, dragging my love across the ground. I floated beneath the waves. The love I gave you slowly pushed away. I floated beneath the waves. The time of life ticks far away. Through the mist and foggy shore, my call goes weak, do you hear no more? Wish there's a voice that come from past, remind you of love that didn't last. I'm sinking under the waves. Will you give me a hand or walk away? I'm sinking under the waves. The mast cracks twice, it makes its final shake. I never thought it would end like this. The depths of love is never quick. The help that I need is nowhere to find. I close my eyes and pray to the sky. Wash over me, wash over me. I will be free when you wash over me. And all those dreams and aspirations are good life served, you'll have salvation. Waves of peace they lay upon you. The higher love that now surrounds you. Amen.
All right, guys, that was Surrender, the Mullins sisters, and Vinny Rosario. We got a lot of stuff coming, guys. I'm not sure what is going to happen today on this episode, but I'm working through it, trying to figure it out, trying to keep you guys' attention. One thing I can promise you is the music will be awesome, just like the people who make it. So I've been making a bunch of phone calls and emails and messages today, trying to get somebody to come in here and hang out with me and co-host the show a little bit, even if it's not completely about music. Maybe we can just get somebody in here to sit and talk, get their impressions of what we're listening to, maybe get a younger view of what's been going on, and who knows, maybe we'll just have somebody come in, sit down, talk about what they did this weekend. Either way, not sure yet. We're changing it up around here, trying to keep things spicy and new. So, for you guys, here comes another great bunch of music. Stick around. Cory Daniel's Music Hour. Still going strong.
Too much, so full of it. Trying to deny you left me split. Focused on the wrong things, cause this love is a game that's hard, just got played and I don't want that bullshit tonight. You do too much, so full of it. Trying to deny you left me split. Focused on the wrong things, cause this love is a game that's hard, just got played and I don't want that bullshit tonight. I won't tell you how I feel, I can't imagine you worrying. Cause I feel jaded. You're me why you acting up. Seems like you only give a fuck about you, about you, about you. Try me once, don't try again. You remember what happened. Now you got nothing to do with me, girl. I'ma just stay true to me, girl. You do too much, so full of it. Ending night, you left me split. Focused on the wrong things, 'cause this life is a game you taught. Just got played and I don't want that bullshit tonight. You do too much, so full of it. Ending night, you left me split. Focused on the wrong things, 'cause this life is a game you taught. Just got played and I don't want that bullshit tonight.
She gave me more love in one evening than you gave to me all those years. It's like she knew me like a novel and knew how to love my fears. Though she was gone by the morning, your ghost still haunts me every day. It's like you're written on my doorpost, and I keep saying go away. Now John Prine can get you laid, so I don't know why I'm so blue. Still have yet to find another who can satisfy the pain of you. But I don't think of it as losing, because you lost me long ago. I should have sold the ring much sooner, gone somewhere I've never known. Live with peace and quiet, just like their old forgotten friends. I bring home girls in flower dresses. You'll never pass this way again. No matter if I want to see you, no matter how you get me down, I'm gonna be here for a while in this old colonial town. I'm gonna be here for a while in this old colonial town.
Girl, you know that love is just a foolish game where the winners never win and the losers have more fun. And life is unpredictable, but when you give what you receive, you'll be golden just like me. Golden, 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 golden just like me. Golden just like me. Golden just like me. Hope, the sinner's paradise, and he'll do what you allow, but you make it through somehow. And trust is just as dangerous, but it's the only way to be. Then you're golden just like me. Golden, golden just like me. Golden just like me. Golden just like me. Love is just a silly game where the winners play to win and the losers try again. Life is not that difficult, but when you give your love for free, then you're golden just like me. 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 Golden just like me.
Ugh. Man, I'll tell you guys what, I can't wait till my new chair gets here. This one is driving me nuts. This was my mother's, and my mom passed away quite a few years ago, and I've kind of held on to it for sentimental sake, but it's starting to kill me. I mean, I already have a bad shoulder, numbness in my fingers, things like that. So comfort is really important. So I can't wait till my new chair gets here, because this is a pain in the butt, literally. Okay, that block consisted of Mr. Ryan Bauer, Mr. Troy Breslow, and Mr. Lucien Lana. Hope you enjoyed it. Well, guys, you know, still racking my brain here, trying to come up with ideas to spice up the show, make things different, and I'm getting a lot of suggestions from viewers, friends, family, things like that. But got some, you know, gears are turning. Not quite figured it out yet. Not ready to let the cat out of the bag yet, but we got stuff coming. We're going to be changing things up. Remember, though, in here, you leave the world outside because it's all about the music. But that being said, we have some surprises coming, y'all. So, if you're enjoying the show so far, please hit the subscribe button, click the notification bell, let the world know, let YouTube and Facebook and all these, you know, big brothers watching stuff know that you guys like what I'm doing, and that keeps us in the rotation, keeps you guys getting these videos, because remember, we don't get nothing for this. It's strictly donating our time just to get the music out there for the listeners to hear. So, speaking of music, let's play some.
That's what I feel when you walk by, and I still feel devotion when I stare at the sunshine in your eyes. It's there in my vision. To me, you're forever young. The words still linger on the tip of my schoolboy tongue. I try to show you but you won't believe. Why don't you just know it? To me it's so easy to see that you were made for me. Yes, you were made for me. Storms of passion, they surround me. I feel the whirlwind in my heart, soft and warm since you found me. Girl, it's been that way from the start. It's there in the rumble of my heart when you are near, when I falter and stumble, and I've tried to make it clear, just take it for granted. Girl, my heart's on my sleeve. Why don't you just know it? To me it's as clear as can be that you were made for me. Yes, you were made for me. Trust in me, girl. These aren't just stars in my eyes. Though I don't always say it, my love never dies. And I could be wrong, but this feels so right. There ain't a girl that I'd rather come home to. Night after night, after night after night. Why don't you just know it? To me it's so easy to see that you were made for me. Yes, you were made for me. Yes, you were made for me.
Have you got any plans? Do you wanna get away? And I could pick you up anytime this weekend, maybe Saturday. And I could come by in the morning, maybe 9 a.m. If that's too early, darling, I can make it 10 or later then. Do you like your coffee? Have a cup waiting for you. 1 cream, 2 sugars, I hope that'll do. It'll get you through. Not sure yet where we're going, but we can figure that out. It ain't the destination that this trip's about, that this trip's about. Just take a drive with me. We can listen to
truck. Really don't give up. With a little bit of luck, tailgate down, pitch black night on the outskirts of town. Mama, little girl, gonna ride with me. Whiskey costs money, but the loving's free. Gonna kick out the lights, throw it to the wind. Watch her leave town, never looking back again. Country girl and a good old boy, rocking on each other on a hot summer night. Then we'll sneak on down to the bonfire. Get a little bit crazy, just a little bit crazy. Rolling down backwoods, Tennessee byways, crank it up loud, gonna get a little sideways. Pour that whiskey to a Dixie cup and get her home early before the sun comes up. Gonna kick out the lights, throw it to the wind. Watch her leave town, never looking back again. Country girl and a good old boy, rocking on each other on a hot summer night. Then we'll sneak on down to the bonfire. Get a little bit crazy, just a little bit crazy.
Okay, another good block of music, man. We're playing a lot of new songs by people this week. Like I said, I'm trying to keep it fresh and keep it moving. Don't want you guys to get bored with me. Okay, that block consisted of Kevin DeHond, Justin Williams, and Joey Allen. Three very talented young men, put on a great show, great live performances, great songwriters. Make sure you check them out. Hey, don't take your eyes off that screen. We got stuff coming up. Don't want to miss it. Full of surprises. All right, everybody. Like I said, I was trying to get... Yes, I'm smoking again. Trying to get somebody into the studio, even if it wasn't about the bands and the music and all that fun stuff. So, what we have here is Mr. Justin Bright, who is actually the boyfriend of one of my daughters. And for her sake, I won't say her name because she doesn't like to be on other people's shows. So, but he is originally from Southern California. He is a millennial. So, but interesting enough, he has a strong Gen X tie to music because of his parents, who are actually a lot older.
Yeah, they're fairly older than you, and
Well,
your wife, I'd say.
Okay, that makes me feel kind of young. Well, your mom's how old? Today's her birthday, by the way.
Today
Happy
is her birthday. Wish Justin's mom a happy birthday. I don't know if she'd be okay with me saying her age. She's in her 60s.
Okay, she's in her
60s. I'll say that.
And you're in your 30s.
I'm not. I'm actually I just turned 27.
All right, so he's 27.
My dad is. I don't think my dad would hear
your dad
about-
don't care.
My dad wouldn't care. I believe my dad is 72 right now.
All right, so yeah, your parents were a lot older than you.
Yeah.
My mom and dad, yeah, because I remember it was exactly 3 months between my birthday and my parents' wedding anniversary. So my mom was 18 years older than me. My dad was only 17 years older than me.
Oh.
When my mom and dad got married, his parents had to sign for him to marry my mother because
Wow.
he was underage. And of course, to my mom's dying days, she said the only reason she ever married my dad was because he had a 67 GTO. So, all right. So, Justin has an affinity for certain 80s bands.
Oh yeah. Most of my favorite music actually comes from 70s and 80s. Like Rush, Toto, and Kansas are like my top 3 bands.
Yeah, and you well, not Toto. Is it Toto that I'm thinking of? Who did Africa? Was that
Toto.
Toto? That was
Yeah,
Toto.
that was Toto.
Okay.
I saw that live. I had the opportunity to see that live. That was awesome. Actually, specifically with Toto, the guitarist Steve Lukather, my mom has ties to him through her high school best friend who he grew up playing with. So
Okay.
that's how I was introduced to Toto, and that's why they're so close to me.
We're sitting around the house playing cards the other night, and I'm playing my stuff. You know, I'm playing Southern rock, and this kid's actually singing along to Allman Brothers and Molly Hatchet and Skinner and everything that was coming on the radio. So I was kind of surprised, but I figured I'd bring you on today and we talk a little bit of difference music-wise, especially 80s, since you're a fan of the 80s and 90s, the difference between the West Coast and the East Coast. I mean, out here on the East Coast, it was all, it's Skinner, it was Allman Brothers, it was stuff like that. But a lot of our big music guys too, Poison and all them, all got their start in LA.
Yeah, I'd say I've noticed since coming out here east, the music tends more towards like acoustic and country and stuff like that.
Simpler, slower, pace.
Slower, not as much, like synth and stuff like that. Whereas on the West Coast, with what I grew up with, it was a lot more stuff like that. I know Toto and specifically Kansas uses a lot of synth in their stuff. So yeah, I'd say the main difference is that kind of.
Oh, not to mention the culture is completely different. West Coast, East Coast.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't talk. I live in New York, and the only state that's more expensive than New York is California. So
yeah,
I mean, you and my daughter and Justin spend 6 months here. They spend the summers here. They spend the winters out in what's the town? It's southern Los Angeles, but it's a borough, right?
So it's actually not Los Angeles. It's Orange County.
Okay. So it's south LA.
It's south by about 45 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what are you close? You're not as far south as Boca Raton or Baja.
So if you think in terms of Los Angeles and San Diego.
Okay.
So if San Diego's down here and Los Angeles is right here, we're about right here.
Okay, so it's kind of like us between Rochester and Buffalo.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So it's a Henrietta-esque type area or Geneseo.
Yeah, we're right on. We're right next to the beach. So if you guys know, if you've ever heard of Laguna Beach, that's pretty close to where I am and stuff like that. Very big, very prosperous neighborhoods that I mean, I don't know why I'm there.
Yeah.
But it's
it's California. I mean, you either got
some money
or you got nothing. I mean, it's all
nothing.
Crammed together.
Yeah.
Florida was like that too growing up though. You'd have these beautiful $1 million homes in these housing tracts, and then next to it is a trailer park.
Yeah, definitely.
So it was a lot of the same thing.
Yeah.
But now you guys do kind of an internet thing too. These guys are, if you've ever seen the stuff where they're playing video games and commentating and stuff like that, that's what these guys do. But you guys have started playing around with video game music. All right, Cryptid. Her screen name is Cryptid Pride. She has her own little website, guys. You can go check it out. She posts video games. She plays video games, and she has an avatar. She doesn't show her face or nothing, but she's been playing around with music that play in the background, like those songs she was working on and stuff.
Yeah. So
I don't know how to explain it.
So she makes specifically royalty-free music for streamers to put on in the background to kind of help with, because DMCA is such a big thing on the internet with YouTube videos, with streaming, everything, that she tries to make it a little bit more accessible for people to not have that happen for them. So that's kind of the music she works on, including, she's also doing covers right now, so.
Okay, yeah, I saw that. I saw the one cover she's doing. We, the show's all original, but we play a lot of covers out. I mean, you came to a show a couple weeks ago with Todd Berger and I, and actually you've been to two of them, and such a difference. Now, Justin does play piano, and he's working on guitar. He's actually gotten pretty far on guitar, but his piano is really good.
Yeah, I mean, I started teaching myself piano in high school, so I just kind of fell in love with that instrument, kind of the amount of expression I can let out through the keys. But once finding guitar and, you know, kind of getting a feel for it, it's very similar, and it's a lot of fun. And guitars you can take anywhere, so that's kind of the nice part.
Well, as I try to explain to people, I mean, there's some subtle differences. I mean, obviously, a lot of people don't think of a piano as a stringed instrument, but it is.
Yeah.
And piano is horizontal, and guitar is vertical, so you can almost take the fingering positions and flip them.
Kind of, yeah.
And it's really close. I mean, there's not a difference in tuning like there is if my one daughter sits down and plays saxophone. Yeah. It's a different tuning from what my guitar is.
Yeah, different clefs and everything.
So you and I can sit around here in the studio and we can just jam, and we don't have to worry about chord changes or differentials or any of that stuff. So that's always fun. But talking about guitars here for a minute, I mean, you've seen my walls down here. Mm-hmm. What are you playing right now? Is it a Godin? No, it's a Schnechter.
So actually, it's if you know Guitar Center, which I'm sure everybody does, it's their brand. It's Mitchell.
Okay.
It's a really beautiful, like almost sunburst, but if you made it like ocean themed. So like it's really beautiful blues and greens in this sunburst pattern that kind of looks like a Les Paul.
The only thing that I don't like about it is it uses the through body string style, where the strings actually go directly through the body themselves instead of up to the bridge. Yeah. So it puts a little more tension on the neck because it's pulling so hard to go through the body, and you're going to wear out your strings faster because you're rubbing back and forth against the body of the guitar. But some people like that. I'm not a fan of it. That's an Ibanez thing that I've never really liked. I mean, I'm a Telly guy. I'm a Les Paul guy, you know, stuff like that.
Les Pauls are they're so nice.
They are, but they're heavy.
They're
very heavy and very awkward. But you've listened to a few of the episodes that I've done. Is there one that stands out for you?
Let's see here. Usually when I'm listening to your stuff, it's kind of like it's more because, you know, I mean, I've talked about this so many times. I have crazy bad ADHD, so I'll have you on in the background while I'm doing stuff, just kind of as like a thing to kind of fill the dead space. But I know I really enjoyed. It wasn't last week's because I'll be honest, I haven't watched that yet. I know.
Sorry to the 12 special guests we have.
I'm sorry.
Found the time to talk to you guys yet, but okay.
But the one before that, I was jamming out to the music that was on that, and it was nice.
Yeah, there was some good stuff on that.
But
let's see, episode 19.
Yeah, it was episode 19.
33 artists that accompany 200 and something songs. So the problem is I'm playing the same people every week, so I'm trying to get more and more and more in.
Yeah.
So
understandable.
We're working on it, but it's not quite there yet. But I figured I'd bring in somebody from the outside, and maybe they could give us, especially being a completely different generation, maybe give us some insight on something I ought to do on the show.
You ought to do.
But
have you had any younger guests on the show that are like self-produced music?
No, I wish I could. I'm waiting on. Actually, I'll do a little plug here, Mr. Hartle. Hurry up and get me some of Brianna's music, will you? She's a younger lady, and no, most of the guys are. I think Joey Allen's about 10 years behind me. Eddie Lee's about 5 years ahead of me. I know Todd's a good 5 years ahead of me. Most of the people are my age, around my, within 10 years or so. So, no, I'm working on it, but
okay, because that would be something that I would like to see, kind of see like what with a world so saturated with music, and there's not really an original kind of thought out there anymore. I'd like to see what drives them to create new music.
Oh yeah.
And seeing like how they do that, like where it comes from.
Yeah, 'cause I haven't written an original song in probably close to 10 years.
Yeah, it's hard.
It's still playing stuff. I mean, I got 4 albums, and I'm still playing stuff off those 4 albums because it's just the drive's not there anymore.
Yeah, and I mean, it's hard to come up with stuff when everything sounds like something else, right?
Yeah.
But I'd like to see kind of what drives them to continue in a world like this where it's hard, you know?
Yeah, yeah. I've had a couple of suggestions. I've had a few suggestions that I should move towards videos. But a lot of these bands don't have any videos. And I don't want to play a video by one band and then not be able to play another one by another because I don't think it's not equal.
Yeah.
You know, so, I mean, guys, if you want to make some videos, I know Flint Creek has one for Down at the Creek, but if you guys want to put together some stuff, Mr. Cummings, come on, Mr. Berger, I know Johnny Bauer has the ability, so I'd like to start doing some videos because people really can't get a feel of what these musicians are like by a still photograph.
Yeah, it's actually really interesting. There'll be times where I'll discover a new band and I'm like, you know, I have this image in my head of what they look like, and then I'll see a music video of them and I'm like, you look so different from what I thought you looked like. A band that I've been really into right now, my friend got me into kind of an odd genre that not a lot of people listen to. It's called post-hardcore. It's a mix between like high clean vocals. Oh, please excuse me. It's a mix between like high clean vocals and like kind of not low screaming, but like mid-range kind of higher screaming.
Okay,
type.
so it's not screamo, but it's not heavy metal either. so the guy's got a voice like
it's usually
Brian from AC/DC, but they're not playing.
It's actually usually 2 singers. One that focuses in like really high clean, and when I say high, I mean like way above middle C high clean vocals, and then the other person focuses on the screaming, so they kind of mesh together a little bit. And a band that I found recently is a really good band. They're called Idola. I'll have to show them to you. They've got a really cool sound to them, and the main singer looks like me. And that tripped me out.
That was my first thought the first time I heard Blues Travelers, and then I saw a video. And no way, that's not them. But you know, you used to get the same thing. If you were to take somebody today, sit them down in a chair who's never heard anything from the 70s or 80s and play them a Kiss song, do you think they'd picture Gene Simmons?
If they had never heard or have seen Kiss, when they first saw Kiss, they would lose their mind.
Yeah, because the thing that drives me nuts is the genres are constantly changing.
Yes.
Growing up, if somebody had told me that Leonard Skinner was country music, they'd have gone home with a black eye.
Yeah, but now it's like...
Now you're hearing Sweet Home Alabama and Give Me 3 Steps on the country channels. If somebody would have told me that Greg Allman was easy listening, I'd have flipped, man. You know, and to call Kiss disco, that really gets me. And I mean, and they even call Poison and Scorpions and bands like that glam rock.
Scorpions?
Yeah, because it's all out of that hair metal phase.
I mean, yeah. Oh, man.
I'm sorry, I wore eyeliner in the 80s. I was not a glam rocker, you know. I did have hair back then, you know, but it's just the terms that these people...
Yeah, that's the, you know, like what I just said, I referred to what I listen to now as post-hardcore. It's the terms that come out nowadays are so...
wrong.
They're strange. They're strange. I mean, you're getting more and more technical in your classification, so technically they make sense, but there's so many of them.
Every 10 years it seems to change. There's no such thing as alternative anymore. They've completely changed it. Now they want to call bands like the Wallflowers and Nirvana and stuff like that just rock and roll.
Or grunge.
Yeah, I mean, so every 10 years it changes. But the thing that drives me nuts is you got your generation has got this love now for our music, the Gen Z music, but everybody's redoing stuff from the 80s. Nobody's writing anything new.
Yeah, and it's
like, don't touch my, go away, leave my stuff alone, man, write your own, you know. I see kids running around with tie-dye on, that they made it home, and I go, do you understand where tie-dye comes from? And not one has ever heard of Grateful Dead. You know?
That's fair.
Or they all know School's Out for Summer,
Yeah.
but not one of them's ever heard of Alice Cooper. It drives me crazy. Educate yourselves, people. When it comes to music, if you're talking to a musician, you better know what you're talking about before you start talking to a musician, because you're gonna get.
And I don't claim to know like all 70s and 80s bands, right? I have my favorites that I've kind of deep dived into. You know.
Oh, I played a few for you, and you knew the words, and then I told you who the artist was. You went, "Oh, I didn't know they did that one. I knew this one by them."
Or you'll ask me, you know, who is this? And I'm like, I don't know, but I know every word to this song.
But yeah, I mean, a lot of them have moved away because MTV is not MTV anymore. You know, nobody's showing videos anymore.
It hasn't been MTV since.
So they're hearing this music on the radio, but yet they're not seeing the faces that go with it.
Yeah.
And you draw these conclusions and stuff, and it just drives me. I love watching reaction videos online of people who are hearing these bands for the first time. I watched one the other day, a young interracial couple, and they were listening to Cracklin' Rose by Neil Diamond, and they fell in love with it. They were just flabbergasted by this song. And I love to watch people rediscover old music for what it truly is.
Yeah.
So, but, all right, guys. Well, I want to thank Justin for coming in, because I wanted to get a kind of different view. I've always got old people in here. Sorry, Todd. Sorry, Ben. We're old.
If it gives you any inclination in the type of household I grew up in, I'm actually named after Justin Hayward of the Moody Blues.
Oh, see, now I love the Moody Blues.
Yeah,
Moody
so
Blues was some great old acid rock, man.
Yeah.
Or what we called acid rock in the day.
Yeah.
You'd sit around and just, oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You know, that's Pink Floyd, The Wall stuff.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, The Wall, definitely. I want to say like 10 or 11, we went to see Scorpions in
Your mom took you to
in Los
Scorpions.
Angeles. Oh yeah. Oh, I loved her music from before the day I was born.
I saw Scorpions in 1989, along with Kingdom Come, Dokken, Van Halen, and I want to say that Metallica.
Wow.
It was called the Monsters of Rock Tour.
Yeah, I can see
They played
that.
at the old Buffalo Bills Stadium, and guess what the tickets cost?
$12.
$23 for 5 bands, man.
Wow. I wish.
And this was in the Rock You Like a Hurricane days of Scorpion.
Yeah.
So it was their peak of their, and Dawkins' peak, and Metallica had just come out with the song One.
Oh,
And all that stuff. So everybody was huge. And of course, it was only Sammy Hagar's second year with Van Halen. So it was all the big songs that they first came out with Sammy. And I remember Sammy flying off the rafters, and the entire audience cheering, Eddie, Eddie.
In 2019, I went and saw Toto's farewell tour, their tour around the world.
With your mom?
With my mom.
Okay.
And we had...
Mom's getting brownie points here, people.
God. It was the single best concert I've ever been to. It was so much fun. And I mean, I know a lot of people rag on Africa, because it's Africa. It's an overplayed song.
Yeah, I mean, that came out in 81 or 82.
Yeah, it's still one of my favorite songs of all time, but they took this song that's usually 5 minutes and they made it like a 10-minute masterpiece.
Vocally, it is a
Oh,
masterpiece.
it's so good.
I mean, musically, it's a very simple song, but vocally is what makes it.
Yeah, but like that whole concert was my favorite. It was in that concert that I actually found my favorite song by them now, which is "Girl Goodbye."
Okay, I know that one. Yep, but my mother threw me on stage for the very first time when I was 9 years old, and I sang an old song called "Sneaky Snake." You gotta look it up. It's a great song.
Okay, I'll look it up. I'll get up.
And so I've been performing one way or another since I was 9 years old, and here I am, 50. And I don't look it though.
Oh, so gorgeous.
I'm so cute. But anyway, I want to thank Justin for coming in and helping us out, doing something a little different with the show. So
yeah, glad to be here.
Thanks for watching. Thanks for keeping up. And I'm sure every one of these guys thanks you for checking the show out, and they all want you to watch last week's episode before you go watch this one.
I'll do that. I'll do that.
All right, guys, let's get back to some music. See ya.
Well, I'm only lonely for a time. When I'm down on my luck and I'm down to my last dime. Won't be too long before I realize I'm only lonely in luck.
Luck is a word that we all think we know. Sometimes you win big, sometimes you lose it all. I know firsthand, girl, what I needed most. I pushed away from being afraid. My tendencies were to just jump right in, never look back, play the game, a single swim. Thought I had the world dangling upon the string. How foolish was I to think I could lie? And I'm only lonely for a time, when I'm down on my luck and I'm down to my last dime. Won't be too long before I realize I'm only lonely in luck. I'm only lonely in luck. Walking away from the only thing I had didn't at first to me seem so bad. My winning streak I knew could never last. Why didn't I see that I'd lose everything? And I'm only lonely for a time, when I'm down on my luck and I'm down to my last dime. Won't be too long before I realize I'm only lonely in luck. I'm only lonely in luck. When I'm only lonely for a time, when I'm down on my luck and I'm down to my last dime. Won't be too long before I realize I'm only lonely in luck. When I'm only lonely for a time, when I'm down on my luck and I'm down to my last dime. Won't be too long before I realize I'm only lonely in luck. I'm only lonely in luck. I'm only lonely in luck. Only lonely.
All right, everybody, that was my buddy. And I hate to say it, I kind of like the kid, even though he's dating my daughter. That was Justin Bright. Nice to get a young person's aspect on the show. And musically, that was Johnny Bauer closing us out, as always, guys. That was Only Lonely in Luck. One of my favorite songs by Johnny. Song I've actually played with him on stage quite a few times. But I want to thank you guys. Week 21 in the bag. You guys are awesome. You keep bringing me back week after week after week. Can't thank you enough. You guys are... Without you guys, there is no show. So I want to thank you. Thank you so much for your support, your loyalty, coming back every week. You guys are... I can't say it enough. You guys are awesome, man. Once again, week 21 in the bag. Thank you so much for joining us. Remember, leave the world outside, because in here it's all about the music. Be nice to one another. We're all we got. God bless you guys. We'll see you next week. The Cory Daniels Music Hour is brought to you by Iron Horse Studios and is a non-genre specific music program. Please make sure that all your submissions are protected. We are not responsible for the actions of others. The Cory Daniels Music Hour reminds you, by submitting your music, you agree for it and any likeness of you to be used on air. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button on YouTube and like us on Facebook and Twitter.